If you've watched any of Jake Tran's recent videos, you can probably tell that something has changed, and not for the better. I mean, just take a look at some of these comments. But let's rewind for a second. Documentary-style videos are not a new phenomenon on YouTube. There are thousands of channels and millions of hours of documentary content already on the platform. But one channel stood out from the rest, choosing to focus on darker, more sinister topics involving corporate greed, capitalism, and shady business practices. This channel was Jake Tran, and over the last few years, his YouTube channel and videos have exploded in popularity. And in March 2022, his channel surpassed 1 million subscribers. His viewers loved his content, loved the fact he was unafraid to expose billion-dollar companies, powerful governments, or even cover controversial figures like Julian Assange. His videos were entertaining, expertly edited, and provided a unique perspective on complicated and often overlooked stories and controversies. It all seemed to be going so well, until it wasn't. Somewhere along Jake Tran's skyrocketing journey to the top, something changed. A fundamental shift in the very fabric of his channel. From beloved content creator to dodgy sponsors, alleged scams, a drastic lowering of the quality of new videos, and a very insincere apology. Where did it all go wrong, and what's the reason? This is the story of Jake Tran, and what looks to be his downfall. Originally born in Saigon, Jake moved to Southern California with his family when he was just 2 years old. Jake initially struggled in elementary school because of the language barrier, but he overcame this and managed to perform well academically. At the same time, he also started Taekwondo and even taught and helped others with their training. This helped develop his communication, teaching, and leadership skills, all of which Jake would find very helpful later in life. Sometime later, a friend recommended he read The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. Jake said that he finished it in one sitting, and it completely altered his worldview. Jake realized he wanted to be an entrepreneur, and this book was the catalyst. On the 31st of January 2014, Jake Tran created his YouTube channel. The original name of his channel was Jake Tran Laptop Lifestyle in under 9 months. He started out making personal development and finance videos in a similar style to the popular YouTuber Graham Stefan. You can get an idea of what Jake's initial plan for his channel was from his early videos. It's likely that Jake wanted to talk about his online business and being a digital nomad. However, Jake clearly wasn't getting any traction with these videos, and most of them have now either been deleted or unlisted. Jake realized there was very little potential for these videos to go viral or have any kind of significant success. In a later interview, he claimed he'd been doing what everyone else had been doing and that he wasn't growing at all. So, sometime in mid-2019, Jake decided to take his channel in a new direction. On July 23rd, 2019, Jake uploaded his first documentary-style video titled Exposing the Dark Truth Behind SMMA. This video described the controversial rise in popularity of online-based social media marketing firms and why they were ruining the market. Although this video didn't perform that well and has a relatively low amount of views compared to his other topics, you can start to see Jake's trademark video style emerge. A catchy intro with compelling background music, using scenes from popular TV shows and movies to illustrate his story, and an interesting and otherwise unknown topic. However, Jake did not start to see success until he made a video on Graham Stefan, which Graham ended up sharing across his social media pages, sending a significant amount of views and subscribers towards Jake's channel. This was the sign Jake needed. He was on the right track, but he had a little more work to do to perfect his craft. His next few videos tried to recreate the success of the Graham Stefan video, and they performed okay, but it wasn't until the video titled The Viciously Profitable Business of War that Jake Tran's channel truly started to skyrocket. This video didn't have the super high level of editing that his later videos had, but it was well researched, entertaining, and told a great story. And from there, the rest is history. Jake's channel quickly rose to 100,000 subscribers, then 200, then 500, and then 1 million in March 2022. Although a significant milestone and cause for celebration, it also marked the beginning of where everything changed, and the subsequent topic of this video. For 1 million subscribers, Jake uploaded a video detailing his journey and explaining why his channel had seen so much success. Some people viewed this as Jake simply gloating and bragging, but most were extremely supportive and happy to see him succeed. However, those that stayed until the end of the video were able to get a glimpse of something very interesting. Jake started talking about phases, and that currently his channel was only at phase 1. Phase 2 involved him hiring a much larger team, including voiceover actors and script writers. Phase 3, though, is where it gets a little grandiose. Jake's ultimate goal was to create a tech startup to host uncensored documentary videos online, with the aim of providing, well, basically the exact same content he was already posting on YouTube, but just slightly more controversial. Jake made the bold claim that his new tech startup would be better than Netflix, Disney, and Hulu. In case you're wondering why Jake's idea sounded so familiar, it's because this already exists. CuriosityStream, Nebula, Floatplane, they are all places where creators can upload documentary content that might not be acceptable for YouTube. On top of all of this, Jake had started to put content behind paywalls, starting with his Monsanto video in November 2021. It seems this was a foreshadowing of what was to come with Phase 3. He also moved the sponsored segments of his videos to the beginning rather than at the end like he had been doing. This is because sponsors will typically pay more money the closer the segment is to the beginning of the video. Viewers also noticed a decline in the quality of Jake's videos. They seemed more rushed, less in-depth and researched, and the release schedule became more frequent. Not only that, but Jake started using over-the-top clickbaity titles and thumbnails that told you almost nothing about the topic of the video. I mean, look at the title and thumbnail of one of his first videos versus one of his most recent. All of these changes were made for a simple reason: to automate the production of the videos and maximize the revenue generated from sponsors and AdSense. It became clear that Jake either stopped caring, or more disturbingly, this had been his goal from the very beginning. Appear on the surface as someone who created incredibly detailed content with a unique personal touch, and then bait and switch his audience once the money started pouring in, and use that money to fund his next business venture. In this case, what he had named Phase 3. That being said, as a self-proclaimed capitalist, I think most people would have at least understood why Jake made these changes. If you want to take your YouTube channel, or business in this case, to the next level, you must try to reduce its reliance on your personal input by outsourcing, delegating, and removing yourself from certain areas so that you're no longer the bottleneck. But then Jake did something that he couldn't come back from. In a video about how lotteries are designed to take advantage of you and scam you out of your money, he advertised a no-lose lottery. Now, even if this sponsor was legitimate and maybe even had a good track record, it was a tone-deaf and questionable decision. People don't like it when you spend 14 minutes talking about how something is bad and then promote it. It makes you seem disingenuous and untrustworthy. And, as predicted, viewers were not happy. He debunks lottery while deceiving his viewers into another lottery. Incredible. Jake has lost a ton of trust from his viewers with these sponsorships. He earned a lot of trust and respect, but with each NFT promotion or shady gambling scheme he promotes, he loses just that much more respect from his audience. It's a shame. I thought he'd be one that wouldn't sell out like this. Imagine calling lotteries a scam, then promoting a lottery, all in the same video. Facepalm emoji. Jake did the same thing with crypto trading bots on a video about how they're usually a scam. Furthermore, during the sponsor integration, people realized Jake hadn't even used the bot to trade, instead confusing the natural appreciation of the coin for profit rather than the bot actually making this profit via trading. This can be easily seen during the sponsor segment, where it says 0 transactions on the profit chart. These dubious sponsors were highlighted by a YouTuber called Coffeezilla. Coffee has been exposing scams, con artists, and other nefarious online activities for years, and has built a high level of trust with his audience, many of which were also viewers of Jake's channel. And when a person with such high levels of trust makes an expose video like this, it's very hard for their target to recover any of their reputation. However, perhaps the biggest nail in Jake Tran's proverbial coffin is the fact he recently started using other voice actors for his videos. On all of Jake's new videos, he does the first 1 to 2 minute introduction and then the sponsor read, with an unnamed voice actor taking over for the rest of the video. On many other documentary style channels, this wouldn't have been too unusual. The problem here though is that Jake Tran's channel is a personal brand and relies heavily on Jake's Jake's face, voice, and personality. It became clear that Jake now had barely anything to do with the videos being released on his own channel, significantly damaging the parasocial relationship between him and his viewers. Imagine if Graham Stefan only appeared in the first 60 seconds of his videos, with the remaining outsourced to an unnamed presenter, yet still using the Graham Stefan personal brand. Jake doubled down on all of this controversy by releasing a statement via the community page on his YouTube channel. What did you expect out of a channel that teaches you how to be evil, lol? Every sponsor on this channel helps fund this channel so we can keep upping the quality and quantity. You're not going to be the right fit for every sponsor on this channel, and that's okay. So if you don't like the sponsors, skip the ads, don't buy from them, or unsubscribe from the channel, and let the people who are a right fit for the sponsor use them. We're going to push forward as usual. I apologize for nothing. Smiley face. Predictably, the comment section of this post is filled with criticism, upset viewers, and backlash. Many people saying that Jake had sold out and they were unsubscribing. In particular, Jake's explanation for the controversial sponsors did not seem to be enough, while also being a contradiction, because during sponsor reads, Jake often claimed that he actively uses this. For example, during his NFT video. This essentially sends a signal, often unconsciously, to his audience that Jake has vetted this particular sponsor and that it is legitimate. And this is why companies sponsor YouTube personalities, to take advantage of the parasocial relationship between them and their audience to sell their product. It's hard to say what effect this will have on Jake's channel long term. In the short term, views have never been better. His channel gains tens of thousands of subscribers every month and over 10 million views, mainly due to the vastly increased frequency of uploads. However, with his reputation in tatters and his most loyal fans turning into haters, views and growth have already seemed to hit a turning point, and as of the date of this video, are beginning to trend downwards. The question is, did Jake simply burn out and get tired of the grind and decide to simply sit back and collect a paycheck? Or was this all a part of a nefarious plan from the very beginning, culminating in the ominously named Phase 3? Only time will tell.